Hey family, it's Buffy from Buffy's Flavorful Journey. Today I'm going to make something in the kitchen that I've never made before, homemade. And I'm going to be using some kitchen gadgets I've never used before. So come along with me. I'll give you a little hint. I'm using a bag of apples, a 3.5-pound bag of apples. Let's go.
Okay, here's my apple peeler core. And you see how I don't have it set properly? It's moving around on the counter. But when I set it properly, it's sturdy and steady, locked on the counter. You unlock it, pull the lever back, add your apple. And this is the very first time I'm using this. Saw this on Amazon, and I'll link it in the description if you want to buy it. See, I forgot to lock it. Now it's locked and I don't even have to hold it down. Gotta make sure I get the mat under there. And it peels and it cores at the same time. And you can just peel if you want, and this is good for potatoes too. See, it's kind of like an accordion shape with the apples. Pull the core off, put that in the trash. And this recipe allows me to use the peel, so I don't have to throw the peels away. I was looking for my knife. Now I'm going to cut them up just a little bit. This is going to go into the crock pot. Just going to roughly chop up the peels a little bit. And that's it. Now here's the 3.5 pounds of apples all peeled and cored. And here's my sugar, brown sugar, and spices mixture. I'll link the recipe in the description. You just pour that over the apples that are already in the crock pot. Get everything out of there. Mix them really well. You want to make sure everything's coated. And I can tell you it smelled so good. I was like, wow. The little sugar mixture, if that's anything what it's going to taste like, it's going to be phenomenal. Now you cook it for 12 hours on low in your crock pot for the first part of the recipe.
Okay, this has been going for 12 hours. It just ended. And it went to the warm setting. So, take the lid off. Let's set that out over here, out of the way. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to unplug it. Because now I have to use the immersion blender. It smells good. And blend all that up. And after I blend it up, we cook it on low again, uncovered, stirring occasionally. I have never used this blender, so let us pray. Let's see. Do I have to hold it? I guess I do. That's rude. I don't think I'd have to hold it down. I'll be back when it's done. Okay, back. I have pulverized it. There's no chunks remaining. So, last thing to do is add the vanilla and cook it on low uncovered for 2 hours, stirring occasionally. And the recipe calls, I think, for a teaspoon, but since I'm doing half that amount, half a teaspoon of vanilla. But y'all know I don't go that way. And I tasted it. It needs some flavor. It's not bad, but it needs that flavor. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons in there. Because that's what I do. See, no chunks. Yep, that was the goal, was to not have any chunks. I can't believe how easy that was. The recipe said it was easy, though. And so far, so good. Here goes the 2 tablespoons. Now, the recipe calls for vanilla bean paste, or if you don't have it, use vanilla extract. Well, of course I don't have vanilla bean paste, but I have extract. So That's what I'm using. I'm going to stir this a little bit. I'm going to plug it back in. Turn it on low and set it for 2 hours. Okay. Here's the final product. I did end up putting it in this little cup attachment for my immersion blender to get it even smoother. But it does thicken up when you put it back in the crock pot uncovered for 2 hours. So I'm going to let this cool a little bit, then I'm going to store it in this Pyrex. Hope I can get it all in there. I think I should be able to do that. Might even try the smaller size one. And I'm going to use this like applesauce. I'm going to bake something with it. Maybe add it to the carrot cake I plan on making for Easter. I'm not sure. Or tomorrow I might make some biscuits and put it on there. I am going to make this again, but I'm not going to put the peels in there because it took quite a bit of pulverizing with the immersion blender to get those peels to break apart. But it tastes good, and I guess that's all that matters. Well, that's it, family. Out of a 3.5 pound bag of apples, we had one that was too soft and went bad, but this is what it yielded as far as apple butter. Not a lot, right? Doesn't seem like it. But now you see it's labor intensive. It takes a lot of materials. Explains why apple butter is a bit expensive, huh? It tastes good though. Sister is already talking about making some biscuits tomorrow, putting it on there, but I do want to save some. I want to put it in a cake because you can use this like applesauce in place of fats in your cake batter. So that's what I plan on doing with it. Thank you so much for coming along with me, family, and watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and leave a comment. I appreciate all of that, and it really helps me out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and welcome to all the new subscribers. I appreciate all of you, and welcome to the family. Until the next video and or podcast, bye for now. Love you all.